Hello everybody and welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. So we're gonna start pretty much right now, but I was just putting some things up on the stories just so people can join us, so we're not all alone. But I hope you guys had an amazing Friday or are having one so far. And let's jump straight into the game view really quickly as well, so that you guys aren't staring at this loading screen. I mean, it's literally like a loading screen. Honestly, as a Sims player, the last thing you want to see is a loading screen. So let me get rid of that. Also, let me just reset my my chat as well. Apparently that's become a usual thing that we do now because it just causes issues and it just like looks weird, you know. Yeah, we're not live on TikTok, so it's only YouTube and Twitch. We had some issues yesterday when we were doing like all three, so I'm just like trying to test out and limit what is going on, you know, with everything. So we're gonna test with like a few little things like that here and there. But Stacia, Ainia, thanks so much for joining. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Really glad to see you guys here today. Let's get straight into this build really quickly. Let me actually jump in the game myself. So if you guys weren't here yesterday, I'll give you guys a quick rundown. All we pretty much did was just add furniture to this outdoor area. I mean, it's not 100% complete yet, but I think it's kind of nice. It kind of fits the vibe of this villa, I guess. I think it's more like a villa than a home, to be honest. I mean, a villa can be a home, but like, you know, it looks like one of those like really nice beachy villas. I mean, we're literally in the water, so kind of makes sense. And hold on. And so yeah, so that is pretty much what we did. Nothing to the front area yet. We're not really going to worry about that at the moment, to be honest. So we added an outdoor kitchen area over here. Kind of made it feel like open because of the window slash door that we have over here. And then over here we have a dining table area. So I thought, since we have a dining table, oh yeah, you know what? I should actually make this hot tub black just so it kind of matches the rim of the pool shape as well. And we have a dining table here because we decided that we wanted the kitchen to be on this side of the home instead, solely because I just feel like it just works nicely, you know. It flows very nicely. You can choose to pick if you want to like eat indoors or outdoors, you know, and I feel like that's a very luxurious type of opportunity to have. My day was relaxed. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, mine was pretty much the same, to be honest. It was nice and chill. It was, in terms of the weather though, honestly, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like cold, but it wasn't hot either. Like, it wasn't like really hot. I don't know, they said it was going to be really hot in the news and stuff, but I don't know, today wasn't really that hot in my opinion. But yeah, so we're going to jump straight into adding the furniture for this build. Oh yeah, for the interior, I forgot to tell you guys. So this is what we ended up going for the kitchen area. I think this is a really cool design. I mean, we did have like other people who wanted like different cabinets and stuff like that, and I kind of wanted to try different cabinets as well, but then we had other people who wanted us to incorporate a bit of color, so I kind of just like ended up going for the Home Chef Hustle ones in particular. I think it looks pretty decent, right? I hope you guys can agree. It's not too bad, right? It's like a open floor plan concept, obviously, with the standalone dining table over here. We have a square but a hollow center for the island counters. I think that was a really interesting thing to do, and especially of course since we have like the island counters on this side as well that are a bit more like suitable for like eating and stuff if you wanted like a different view and whatnot. And obviously little coffee nook station over here, and this like little indent that we ended up creating last minute during the exterior kind of gave us the opportunity to add the more generic stuff like that over here. And now that I'm looking at it, I completely forgot to add a dishwasher. I mean, the entire kitchen area is not really that finished, to be honest. We kind of just started it yesterday. I mean, started is an understatement. I mean, it's an overstatement. We literally did like quite a bit yesterday, so it's not really a start. But you know, you guys kind of get the point. Like, it's not finished. We have to come back and like refine it a little bit. But yeah, Durangos, thank you so much for joining on the stream. Hope you're having a great day. I appreciate you being here. Looks good so far. I'm glad to hear that. Really happy to hear that. As long as you guys approve, then it's all good, you know. But yeah, we definitely need to add maybe like a mixer somewhere, could be nice. And we need to also try to incorporate a dishwasher somewhere as well, because That is the thing with me. I don't know. I don't really use a lot of dishwashers, so I kind of want to. So I think right over here would be kind of convenient. Some people liked how the dishwasher only takes up like a third of the counter space, or like however much you guys want to say that is. But to me, I don't know. It's all right. I don't really mind if it was like a really thin or like a really thick dishwasher, to be fair. But we're gonna keep this one obviously, since it does come with the matching set. And for the window coverings, I mean, even yesterday I mentioned how like we are using quite a bit of Hey Kaylee, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining over on Twitch. Yeah, honestly, I was like, you know what, if I don't really want to cause issues on the stream, so I was like, let me not do TikTok today. Not necessarily that TikTok caused any issues, but I was like, yeah, I might as well just avoid it from the get-go, because it's just going to be like a domino effect, you know. It's just going to affect all the other streams, which kind of sucks. But yeah, hope you're doing well, Kelly. Thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. How have you been? Hope you had a great Friday. Since you're in the UK, I know that, you know, it's basically towards the end of the day for us, so. Oh yeah, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah. I was gonna say how yesterday we used a lot of Dream Home. No, not Dream Home. We haven't used any Dream Home decorator yet. A lot of Desert Luxe kit objects. So we're gonna be using a few of the curtains that came from that kit as well. And another thing that I did actually was I took some of the free marketplace objects as well. So we'll take a look at those kind of stuff as well. I mean, I already had like a bit of a look, but they're alright. They're not too bad. I thought it was a little bit more. There's quite a lot of free stuff on the marketplace, but I think there's a lot that are like mixed between like CAS and Better Build Buy. So I was like, oh, I'm kind of expecting a lot, but then I didn't really like read or like look at it too carefully. I just kind of like took them and then went into the game. So yeah, I know like there's like a bit of like a rocket ship type of bed for like the toddlers, which I think is really nice. I really love that kind of bed style and like how kind of like childlike it is. Because I remember even when I was a kid, we used to like go through, we would go to like, there will be like these shops that sell like really exclusive like fancy beds for like kids. It was so nice. They used to sell like really unique like car beds and stuff and whatnot, and we'd always go in there just to look at them. We never really got them, but it was still really nice to look at as a kid, you know. It was kind of like Toys R Us if you guys had it. I'm sure you guys know Toys R Us. You guys had it. Even in the USA and the UK. Toys R Us was the place to go. Like, it was so good. But yeah, so just covering up a few of these areas with this curtain piece that we have from Desert Luxe kit. Just gonna place it over here as well. I mean, my goal isn't really to cover up too much, to be honest. I don't want too much to be covered because obviously for lighting purposes. Oh wait, we used these curtains over here yesterday. You know what, I'm gonna change it. I think we've used quite a bit of royalty lately, so we're gonna change it to these ones instead. And I'm purposefully not gonna place these ones over the window because I want it to kind of allow as much natural lighting in as possible. Then let's place a few of these in between. There we go. And then we need to do it for the corner bits as well, like maybe just like around here, maybe just like one. So something like this for the time being. Oh yeah, we wanted to add, basically I added these two diagonal pendant lights over here, right? But I'm not really sure if I like prefer it that way. I'm thinking oh, these spotlights from the last thing that we used, I really do like these a lot. I'm definitely going to use those a lot more in the future. I'm actually going to place these spotlights here actually. That could be kind of cool to have just like a bit of difference on the flooring as well. I mean, it's probably not ideal that it's like in between. Maybe something like this instead. Just for the sake of there being something there, you know? Oh, you know what? I need to move this one back. And let's see what we have for the pendant lights. We need something good because, to be honest, I don't really want to ruin the view too much, so I don't want to place something that's like really tall. But we can see what we got to work with really quickly. Ceiling lights. These are nice, but I use these a lot, you know. These are also pretty decent. I could actually use these ones. Like having 3 in the middle, like that. May change the lighting of like to black and yellowish color. Honestly, the orange isn't too bad either, but I'm not trying to introduce to like too many colors, you know? Just enough so that it feels complete. And for the wallpapers, let's go for something else as well, because I don't really want to have everything be the exact same throughout this entire build. So let's go to tiling real quick. This one could be pretty decent. Maybe like a light whitish tile like that. Let's see what else we got. This one's actually pretty decent as well. I don't really use it that often from Spa Day. I kind of like this one though. It's a pretty good contender. This one's decent from Home Chef Hustle, but it's just so many tiling, and I don't really like a lot of tiling. Personally, like these like little detailed ones, they're a bit too much for me, so I tend to not use it that often. But honestly, over there, because most of it is being covered up by the cabinet, it's honestly not that bad. This masonry one that is literally like an outdoor wallpaper doesn't look too bad over here either. I mean, it kind of blends in with the lines that we have going across the cabinets themselves as well. Oh, this one's actually pretty nice as well. Eco Lifestyle Clean Slate. Don't want to go for white everywhere though, because it's just going to make it feel very plain. Maybe we can introduce a bit of this like beige / goldish color for the sides. I don't really know about that. Could do like 2 different sided colors, you know? Just like switch it up a bit. That could be kind of fun. Really white around here. I wonder if we can switch this up a bit. Let's maybe add like a nice plant in the middle. Honestly, this one's very vibrant. Kind of works for a tropical build like this one. I'm gonna actually use this one. And then let's go for a rug. Trying to make it feel like tropical, but like not tacky tropical. Do you get what I mean? Just like trying to make it feel a little bit more modernized. This one's not bad either. I mean, it is really muted to the point where it literally kind of like blends in with the flooring. The accent in a warm tone creates a cozy, elegant look. Yeah, I feel like the different colors are making it help stand out a little bit more, and it kind of also blends in with the kitchen cabinet options too. But the only thing is, I picked like 2 different accent walls, and I don't know if it's making a lot of sense, but I kind of don't hate it for some reason. Like, we can even do something like this where like one side completely is like this like mustard yellowy color, and then one side is like the complete blue. I don't know, just like trying to have a bit more fun with the build. Do you get what I mean? Just like, rather than making everything seem like so serious all the time and like having very sophisticated colors, I feel like something like this just kind of helps make it feel a little bit more vibrant and lively. Still don't know if I like these 2 diagonal pendant lights though. It might seem like quite a lot. But yeah, I know I mentioned in like previous streams, honestly, rugs are a nightmare to get right in The Sims. Like, they're so... sometimes they're really weird or too specific, and they don't match what you're trying to go for. So it's like really hard to align it. This one's honestly not too bad now that I'm saying that one. Now that I'm saying that. Only issue with it is that it's really dark, and it's in both ways. Like, the orange is really dark and the blue is really dark. Like, those are the 2 colors that we're using, but it's still like pretty dark. Honestly, the white kind of makes it stand out a bit more. I might actually keep that. I'm going to keep that for the time being. And then once we move on to like another part of the build with like a cleaner eye, we might notice like if we actually like it or not. You like it? Yeah, I think I like it too, to be honest. I don't know. I thought I was literally like one of the first ones that we picked up, and it ended up turning out decent. We are going for the medium wall heights, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we do have a bit of a height thingy to consider within these pendant lights. I don't really want to use the same light either for everything. I think this one's pretty nice, to be fair, this geometric one. There is a lot of like pendant lighting going on though. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe if we kind of like get rid of one of these and then place something like this right in the middle. Just so this middle area didn't look too busy. Like, I do genuinely like the way the double diagonal pendant lights look, but there's a lot going on in this build, so I'm like, you know, let me just reduce it a little bit. And we can also, if we really wanted to, we can actually merge these spotlights inside of here as well, just so you don't see too many dots on the ceiling, because I know you guys might like want to prefer a more cleaner look. And then over here, we do have a bit of empty space. So let's get, instead of using like a generic side table, let's use the wall kitchen cabinet pieces here instead. Oh, now we can actually create like a blue on this side. That could be kind of interesting. And you know what? We can actually use one of the new paintings that came from the free marketplace. If you guys want to check it out, I'll place it right now really quickly so that you guys can see it as well. I'm sure you guys already seen it though. Probably already used it as well. I'm kind of late to the party at this point. Let's see if we could find it within the amount of, there we go, this one. I believe there's another one though, hold on. They're both really good though, like definitely very good quality, both of them. There we go, this one. You know what? Might have to go for this because of the blue. Honestly though, both are really good. Like, they're amazing. Like, from the framing to the actual pictures themselves. And the colors that they picked are just really good. Oh wow, that one's pretty decent as well, you know, kind of brightens up the space a little bit. Let's go to tray real quick. By the way, you guys who are currently watching or just listening or anything like that in general, if you guys experience any problems during the live, please do let me know so that I can do something about it. Because obviously I wouldn't really have a clue unless someone complains about it, which would be really nice. But I think so far throughout this entire stream, I don't think there's been any issues, which is good. But yeah, just something like this in that little wall space, just so it doesn't feel really empty, you know. And on this side, I actually don't know what we're gonna do over here. Maybe just like add like a little seater over here, nothing too crazy. Everything's okay right now. I'm glad to hear that. I don't think I've seen any stuttering myself. I mean, it's not that I'm kind of looking for it, but if I notice something, I'll try to like fix it. But thankfully I haven't noticed anything either, which is good. But yeah, let's get like a little seat down around here really quickly, because I want there to be a nice little seating area over here. I mean, it's not going to be like a crazy like luxurious seating area. It's just going to be like a little chair in the corner just to populate it, so it doesn't look really empty like it does right now. Just trying to find, oh, you know what, this can actually work very nicely over here. I don't think this comes in a blue. Oh, it does. Okay, this one's not bad with the dark brown on the bottom. This plant is really old. So let's use something else that's a bit more modern. We could use like a little side table with a plant on top. Maybe do something like that, and then get one of the newer paintings and then place it right next to it, like really small. Maybe like lower to the ground. That could be kind of interesting. Honestly, it's just an excuse to use both paintings in the home. I mean, we're going to use them in other places as well, surely, but let's go to lighting, floor lamp. I wonder if placing a floor lamp like behind this sofa unit would look interesting. Maybe something like this. I mean, we don't really have a book case or anything around here, so you can like sit down and read, but we could definitely add something over in this little corner if we wanted to. I don't want to go for, I mean, the blue's alright. I was gonna say I don't want to go for the gold because we already have so much yellow going on over here. I kind of want something that's going to stand out. I mean, this dark brownish color worked pretty decently, you know, so I might actually keep that. And it has like the gold hardware, so That's not too bad. This armchair swatch as well is also pretty nice, but once again very close to the wallpaper texture and stuff. So I just want to pick something that's going to be a bit more different, you know, so that you guys can get like a custom nook in this corner. I think it'll look a lot more interesting. Yeah, let me place see what we got over here. I mean, we can place that right over here. Thing is, I don't want to like overpopulate it because we can provide these kind of things in other rooms in the house, but honestly I might actually keep just like place one of these over here. Maybe like, I do like the brown, I'm not gonna lie, those look pretty nice like this. I kind of like this little nook of the home. It kind of feels like a showcase type of area, but I kind of like it. I'm gonna keep it like that way. It's kind of like a bright and dark color scheme at this point, like on both sides. But honestly, genuinely, I really do like the way it's looking. So I'm going to leave it before I ruin it. And we're going to move on into somewhere else. But before we do, I need to actually add some flooring and a door apparently. So for the main, so this is what we kind of considered that this was going to be the bathroom yesterday. And this was going to be like a laundry room. We do have another one of these like tiny rooms on this side. I have no clue what that's going to be. And then for the second floor, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. Oh wow, that's actually quite a big house then. 5 bedrooms? I thought this was going to be like 2 or 3 max. I completely forgot that we made that many rooms yesterday. But it's all good. It's all good. So for this little area, let me add some tiling. That one's not bad. Very monochromatic, but it's not bad. This is actually pretty decent as well. Loki kind of matches the colors in here. But do we want it to match? That's the thing. We can go for like a green, yellowy, goldish color. That could be kind of interesting. We can actually carry this over here as well. Maybe a white door with the like the brown stripes. Could be kind of interesting. And then either over here we add another one of these doors or we add an arch. One of these. This could be kind of interesting to do something like this instead. I mean, it is a laundry room after all, right? So might as well just leave it like that. Once again, have to use these. I mean, come on. You guys knew it was coming. Like, I have to use this saucer light. Sorry, not the saucer light. This lighting that came from Sneak Bathroom Kit. It's just one of a kind, you know? It just works nicely. Low-key wish the tub itself had some more color swatches with this one. I know only the legs change, but would have been nice if we had like a different colored tub, you know? Kind of like how this Sleek Bathroom one does it, with like all the different swatches. To be fair, we could just use Sleek Bathroom at this point. I mean, I already used the lighting fixture. I was just trying not to use like the same objects I commonly use in most of my builds. But I mean, I don't really have a choice, do I? Like most of the time, it just ends up like conveniently being a good idea to just like use it the same thing over and over, but just like in different styles and stuff. Maybe a narrow arch. Yeah, we could definitely try that. Maybe we're not something that goes like to end, which is fair enough. We could use the rounded one. That could be kind of interesting. To be fair, we haven't really introduced any curves within this entire build whatsoever, even in like the furniture, besides this like little circles here that we have over here. So might feel like odd or like out of place. So maybe something like that. It's a little bit smaller. Let's see what else we got. There's this one, but I don't really like the textures that is on it, so maybe not that. These are really good, but we're not going for like a Spanish or Mediterranean style, so that won't work either. So yeah, I think we should go for this one. We'll stick with this one for the time being. Oh, you know what? We can actually change this to be like a sandy color, and maybe we could do the same thing for the door as well. Maybe something like that. I don't know, I just want to add a bit of color to it rather than having like really plain white everything, you know? I know we're trying to go for like a summary build and like we're making it like clean, open and airy, but I feel like we could definitely still introduce like a bit of color like that here and there. Yes, this one's pretty. Yeah, I think this one's pretty nice. I always kind of resort to this one. The only thing that I hate about it is I wish it came in a medium or like a tall wall height. That would have been absolutely perfect because it's such a good like really basic arch, but just doesn't come in anything else in terms of like the wall height, so it's kind of like tricky to use in other builds. But I would have used it like everywhere if it did come in like different wall heights as well, for sure. Yeah, so for the I know this is a kitchen sink, but it honestly isn't too bad. This one's pretty decent as well, but I use this one quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do use this one quite a lot. It just works, you know, like it just works with the type of home and the type of style that we're trying to go for. See what the sleek bathroom kit one kind of looks like. If it has like the same greenish color, it doesn't really match, to be fair. I mean, the handles do like the hardware, but that's pretty much it. Nothing else really matches it. We could go for this one, I guess. I mean, it's not that bad. Personally, I've never seen something like this in real life, like having the handle like this on the wall. Feels very fancy though, for sure. I mean, you would never find that in England. You'll just see like two little taps on either side of like a faucet. Kelly, Kelly, you're so funny, man. I'm trying out this side now. Twitch is confusing me. Sorry to hear, Kelly. Yeah, it's kind of annoying with all these adjustments and stuff. I mean, I was happy keeping it the way it was going and everything, but it kind of disrupts the entire stream and it kind of like affects the other ones as well. I don't know why it started happening, but like we were doing so fine for like what, however many months at this point. That doesn't mean TikTok is completely out the picture, but more so just like temporarily for the time being, you know, just like to see how things go. Because I shouldn't have to be like dealing with all of that while on the stream, you know. To be fair though, TikTok does make it very difficult for you to go like live on it if you're on like a computer. Like if you're just doing it with your phone, it's really easy, but on your computer, it's just like so many extra steps. But yeah, I'm glad to see you here on YouTube as well, Kelly. Honestly, Kelly, though, like YouTube's my go-to platform, like for everything. So don't worry, something for I'll get used to it. Oh, I appreciate it, Kelly, for the time being. I appreciate you being here a lot, so thank you. Because I know you're definitely a lot more used to like the TikTok setup and stuff. To be honest, personally for me, I find TikTok a lot more busier, you know, like there's a lot more stuff going on there, and it gets a bit trickier. Like if you open TikTok for the first time, it's harder to navigate it than YouTube, in my opinion. Something is telling me to add like a window over here. I want it window. No, please do not add a window over here into the hallway. Although that would be a really nice look view to the outdoors, but like a mirror potentially, like over here, like a square one, could look kind of interesting. Let's see. These are really tiny. Like they're all really inconvenient mirrors. I know it might be a bit weird to have a mirror over here. I do understand that. But I just wanted to try it out, you know, just see what it was going to kind of look like, if it was going to look decent. It's funny how I'm trying to place a mirror here over the sink area instead, but we will place one over here. I do always end up going for this one, the one that came from Growing Together, this one. Attention worthy wall mirror, only because it's not even because it's like a good looking mirror. It's amazing, don't get me wrong, it's a really nice mirror, but it just works for every single type of sink that you're trying to place. For some reason it just works perfectly for every single sink. I mean, I've tried every single one of them, and this mirror in particular just works 10 out of 10. Like this one's not bad, but you see how it like kind of clips in, or like something like this, like this one's fine as well, but it's really small. So, and it's unlockable, so you know, I mean, like look at this base game one, it just goes into the actual sink area itself, which is really annoying. I do want to use another mirror from time to time, but like I don't want to get stuck with other stuff like this, so I have to use this one, and this is like the only one that works decently here. So yeah, if you ever see me overusing this mirror, that's the main reason why. It's not because of any other reason. I really would have loved if this countertop like ceramic bit was the same green as that. We have this one, but it's not green. The towel and the actual bowl itself is green. It's not what we're going for. But yeah, let me change the color of this as well. Why is the toilet water different here? What? That is so weird. I just noticed, I think I just noticed that right now. That is so odd. Well, we're gonna use the bright ocean blue water for the toilet. Just make it look as artificial as possible. I do want something else over here. It's a bit lackluster, isn't it? I could use a shower head over here. So like a shower unit, not shower head. And then move the sink area over here instead. Or maybe we could just center this one instead. I still want to add stuff in between, like on the sides. I wonder if we have a cabinet that will have the green color. If it does, I'm replacing this sink in a heartbeat. We have these, but they're not really the best looking ones for this. Yeah, none of these are really gonna work. I mean, this one kind of does, but do I want wood on my cabinet? Nah. This could be kind of decent. No, I'm just gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave this, and we're gonna search up Grim real quick. There we go. Get our bathroom shells from Grim, and let's actually get rid of the green swatch. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna move this back to where it was. I mean, we don't have much of a choice at this point. We'll maybe add like a plant over here in this corner, I guess. Oh yeah, we also need like a little hamper as well. Maybe like one of these really weird trees, but no. Well, that's not bad, I guess. For the time being, it's alright. And then let's go for lighting fixture, then we'll add the hamper as well, before I forget. This is a nice light. I mean, I already mentioned that though. This is a pretty decent one as well. Let's see what else we got. This is also a pretty decent one as well. I mean, it probably won't go for this thing though. Oh yeah, we also need to change the wallpaper. Like, oh, there's so much to do. It's never ending, you know. Let's go back up really quickly. I know it's a pool light, but it honestly doesn't even look that bad, even in the interiors. It's a pretty decent light, if I do so myself. So for the wallpaper, I feel like maybe the Sleek Bathroom Kit green, or like this bluish color could look decent. I think the muted color looks a little bit nice over here in this instance. And then let's see what else we've got over here. So yeah, as I mentioned a moment ago, this is a pool light. It's the one that came with that pool kit from like a while ago. But we're going to be using it over here as like a little accent wall sconce, which I think looks pretty decent nonetheless. And over here, we're going to get rid of these boldly brushed bits as well. Kind of just going to place some more generic tiling around here, nothing too crazy. And I still want to place a mirror over here as well, but you know what, we could just resort to using this painting that we have over here. I know it's really close to each other and might seem repetitive, but we'll change the colors up around and see how it goes. It just kind of blends in nicely with like the colors that we have, like the muted browns and oranges and golds and stuff with the greens. It kind of just like all mixes up very nicely together, in my opinion. Yeah, even like the yellow outline, or like the yellow square, or sorry, rectangle, in the outline of the painting looks pretty decent there. So I'm gonna keep that. And over here, we'll probably just add something like this. Hold on. Let's go into accents. Let's get to the wall hook. There we go. Something like this over here. Maybe just change up the colors a bit just to make it a little bit more lively. I mean, I say that and I literally go for the same two colors that we have on the flooring, but I mean, come on. It's better than having black and white, you know? I don't know, do you guys even add stuff like these like rows and stuff into your builds? I know they're not functional or anything, but it's still a nice bit of like realism, you know? To add into the builds. Yeah, I think the colors we picked are actually pretty decent as well, to be honest. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm really happy with them so far. I mean, it's better than going for like a black and white generic one, right? Which is kind of like the usual things that we do around here. So yeah, it's always better to just have some nice unique differences like that. Oh yeah, and I literally mentioned a million times I'm going to add a hamper and I completely forgot about it. And now we have no space for one, so that's great. But it's all good. We're gonna like fit it somewhere. I mean, having a hamper near the toilet, is that normal? I mean, if you have no space, yes, but honestly look way better near the toilet. So let's just place that right over here. Maybe oh, that's actually a pretty decent swatch with the blue inside. I wonder if there's a green. I assume there is a green. There we go. Let's do this one. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this room. Oh no, we're not. I can't leave this room because I need a little rug or something like near the sink unit area. Otherwise it was just gonna look way too empty. Maybe like a blue rug. No, not blue, sorry. Green? Green's honestly not too bad. Honestly, the green is carrying this entire bathroom. It was all inspired by this one very muted forest green color from the bathtub. Should we bother adding a curtain up here? I mean, like, it's really high up, and I feel like it's not really that needed. And like, plus, like, what would I even add here? I have no clue, because nothing really seems to be matching this area of the build. I mean, we could do something like this, but it looks hideous in my opinion. Like, it just doesn't fit the vibe of this home at all. It feels like very clunky and bulky, you know, and I don't really like that, so we're not going to use it. Right, something other than black and white. I haven't used green in the bathroom yet. Yeah, I think green is definitely a great option for like a bathroom area. I think it kind of like makes it feel like, I don't know, like down to earth, earthy, kind of that sort of thing. And especially with like a bit of brown combined in here, like maybe even use like a dark brown over here rather than the white. I honestly don't hate that. Like a bit more of those earthy tones in this room. I'm actually going to go with the brown. I actually really like that. It feels like one shade darker or like one shade more muted. It feels like less saturated, if I can speak properly. It would have looked a little bit better, but it's all good. I don't want to do too much in that room and like not progress, you know, so might as well just move on real quick. If we want to change anything, we'll come back and like add stuff to it or change it and stuff. But we're going to move on into the laundry room. Now for this room, I don't really mind what kind of color or design it has in particular. It's just going to serve a really basic purpose, you know. So let's search up laundry real quick. Let's place these two together. Let's get a few of these. I think we're going to use the same hamper everywhere, just for the sake of consistency, you know. And I'm going to place it out here for the time being because we don't actually have a lot of space inside. So yeah, I should have just picked the ones individually if I wasn't going to stack it. But basically, I know stacking it might have would save us a bit of... Actually, should I just stack it? Stacking it would save us a lot of space, you know. That's kind of like the main reason why I'm kind of like going back on it now. And I'm also thinking of maybe moving this kind of like something like this. So it's like one... That's actually a bit more appropriate, isn't it? Let's do something like that instead. And then we can have something like that. And then we can have like a little corner piece over here. I think that's going to look pretty nice. Something like this. And we are going for a bit of a black theme, but it's still, you know, you still got that tiling from the flooring, and we can always change the swatches, so it's not a problem. I mean, to be honest, I really do love these cabinets, but the color swatches on them are very limited. So it's kind of tricky to get what you want from them. But yeah, my laundry rooms lately in my previous build, if you guys haven't seen them, have been crazy. So I was like, I'm kind of glad that they're a bit smaller for this build. So wait, what was I gonna do? Was I gonna add this? I mean, I do add this quite a bit throughout most of my laundry rooms. It's kind of like a go-to thing. It's kind of perfect because it has like the clutter on it, and you don't have to really bother with like raising it up and stuff like that. And it's kind of like convenient. I do tend to place this a little bit more kind of like this to make it seem as if it's kind of like built in. Something like that. And then we can add the sink area over here. I mean, in real life, it serves a purpose, but in The Sims, not really. But I still really like adding it for the sake of realism. But yeah, once again, it's better than having a black and white laundry room, which is literally what this is. Oh my days. No, but like the tiling, you know, we have the tiling. The tiling is saving it from not being black and white. And we're gonna add a bit more clutter as well. So it's gonna, oh yeah, we're also gonna change the wallpaper. So it's all good. It's only the cabinets that are gonna be black. We can actually change this maybe to like a blue. Sorry, a white. Or you know what? Maybe I was just thinking ahead. Maybe we could do a light blue over here. Why not? Or like a green. I don't hate the light blue, to be honest. Give me such a vacuum though. Let's get one of these vacuums as well. I'm gonna have to playtest this a lot because I need to make sure that you can get into this room. I mean, surely you can, but I basically need to try to add this vacuum somewhere around here. I know it doesn't really look the best right now. We have a bit more of a compact one, to be fair. It is a cheaper one though, isn't it? Yeah, it's like the most expensive one. But I do like the way this one looks. It just feels a little bit more high end. We could do something like that. Oh yeah, look at that. Out of nowhere, just glitched. But yeah, you know what? I might actually keep it in the middle like this. I know it looks ridiculous, I understand. But for honesty, adds a bit of realism. Not everything has its own perfect place, even in real life. So sometimes you just gotta leave it like that. If it works, it works. So let's add a bit of detergent as well. Oh, we can actually add it up here. But I did want to add it down here though. Can't really add too much, but I think that's enough. Let's go for some indoor plants. Let's see what we got. We have this one. It does look like it's kind of dying out. Probably got affected by all that detergent. This one's not bad. This one's pretty decent. Hanging plant. But you're barely going to see it because there's no hanging view. So like a little plant over here. I think that'd be pretty nice. And oh yeah, we need to change the wallpaper. Completely forgot about that. Oh, that's actually not that bad, you know? Something like that. Looks pretty decent. Low-key don't want this room to like have too much lighting. Just so it feels a little bit more moody, you know? Kind of like being getting its lighting from like the hallway or whatever. I don't know, just like trying to make it feel a little bit more realistic rather than like having like these bright lights everywhere all over the place. And we're still going to add a unique lighting fixture in here anyway, so it's going to light up even if we don't want it to be too light. I don't want to do something too big either because it is a small room, so kind of have to take that into account so we don't make it too ridiculously big. This one's not bad, to be honest, if we kind of like size it down. It's honestly not too bad. If we got like a blue, maybe like a black. That's not too bad. You know what? I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to leave it like that for the time being. We'll come back to it. Maybe add like paintings or something. You know what? Let me just add a painting right now at this point before I forget. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Now that I saw that the icon, I need to add the fire alarm as well because I know it's going to be really useful. I was kind of thinking of the painting that came from the book nook kit, which is basically like a bit of like writing or something like that. Maybe even this one. That's not too bad. I mean, it has that black and white aspect that I was trying to look for anyway. So, you know what? That will do for now, for the time being. Oh yeah, completely forgot about a little hamper. Yeah, we ain't fitting a hamper in this room. We're gonna just skip on that one for the time being. For this this entrance area, no clue what we can do for it. Sorry if you guys heard that. I was just like, let me have a quiet water break, and it just didn't end up being quiet. Yeah, I'm gonna add these curtains near the front entrance area. Yeah, we'll add it into the bedrooms, and they'll have en-suites anyway, so they'll all kind of like set. You don't really need one like in particularly within the laundry. I mean, in real life, it'll be amazing, but I don't think you need it in Sims, so it should be fine. They're kind of just like you just click on it and just does laundry anyway, so. But yeah, so for this entrance area, I was literally just like looking at it, I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with this? But we have quite a lot of space to work with, which is what's kind of making me think, like, how can we make it look good? Maybe I'll leave this space for last instead of just wasting time thinking about it. I still have no idea what this room is going to be either, so might as well just move on into the living room. Hold on. Oh yeah, don't forget to paint any of your like little columns and stuff that you guys may have in your builds, because if you leave them empty, your Sims will have the poor decorated mood or something like that. So yeah, it's just like a nice little tip for you guys if you guys ever experience that problem. I mean, you probably might, even if they don't like it, like if it's not their like favorite taste or like style, which is okay, it's not a problem, but as long as they're all like kind of painted and have something on them, should be good. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna actually get this tiling and just place it in here. Probably won't use the same thing, but I just want to leave it empty for the time being. So over here, we have once again another weird space, but what did I go for my last build, my last waterfront mansion? I think I went for plain white sofa pieces. I don't know if we're going to be doing the same thing over here, but I'm just going to go with whatever I think would look best. Oh, I think we used this one. Yeah, I think we used that. So maybe let's stay away from that and not use refined living for the time being. I mean, I love it, but I don't want to use it for every single build, you know? There's honestly there's a lot of good couches in The Sims, like for like The Sims style and cartoonish like characteristics and stuff. But what we're looking for is something that's gonna fit like a nice modern aesthetic and approach. And there's a very limited amount of those in the game, unfortunately. We could do like a darkish bluish color like that, to be fair, or like an orange. It's like a burnt orange though, this one. It looks a bit brighter on the thumbnail. Yeah, all of these look way brighter on like the thumbnails. Maybe it's because it's a shiny material and I don't have any lighting in this room. That could also be the reason. I'll just place one of these in the living room, call it a day. These are pretty nice as well from Adventure Awaits. Whoops. I don't think I've ever used this ever since I got it from the event. Honestly, I just never really found a good use for it. It's just such a weird object, you know? Honestly, Book Nook isn't too bad over here. If we go for like this type of color swatch, that could be kind of decent. But we would need to like merge it together just so we can have like a really long seating area on this side. Something like this. Honestly, I don't hate that. I know there's a lot of repeated patterns with like the pillows and stuff, but I don't hate that, to be fair. Yeah, definitely want to keep this a lighter color, but I don't mind changing about a few of these. Yeah, something like that. I think this is actually looks pretty decent because the colors of the pillows all kind of look different. I'm gonna see for the coffee table. We could go for a glass like this. Could go for something standard like this as well. I mean, I'm not really a fan of most of the coffee tables in The Sims, I'm gonna be honest. We could also like get smaller ones and kind of like place it around it if it works. I mean, we did that before and it worked really nicely, but obviously it doesn't work for every single coffee table. As you can see, it kind of like clips through it, which is not ideal. Yeah, I'm not really gonna wanna deal with that. This is a really nice one as well from the Dom Nefario kit. Honestly, a really nice kit, to be fair. One of my favorites. But I'm gonna go for this one. I think this one is nice. Let's go for magazines. I mean, have to pick the best magazine ever. I believe this is from the Everyday Clutter kit, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go for, I think it's called Eyewear, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not. maybe glasses, glass. I don't think it's going to show up. View. Sometimes the the Sims object has like some really weird text to it, so it's kind of tricky to find what you're looking for by text. But it's all good. Don't need to add glasses everywhere. I mean, I feel like it would have been kind of nice because you know, we're near the water and stuff and seaside and whatnot, so you kind of gain the that sort of like beachy vibe, you know. But yeah. Does anyone have like bit of a random question, but does anyone have like a favorite sunglasses brand or something like that? Like, do you guys have like a go-to, or is it like one and done, like you buy one from one place and it's kind of, you're kind of like over with it? I know, just I wanted to find glasses, then I'm like, you know what, let me just ask you guys a question. Let me get my the pack thingy out real quick. Let's see. I think it was, I have no clue which one it was. I think it was everyday clutter kit. There we go. These. Oh, they put specs. Okay, I should have said specs. Well, I should have written specs. Let's see. Maybe like glasses on the book, kind of classic. On the book. Low-key kind of want to change the table to a darker color now. I feel like kind of matches nicely with the rest of the home if we go for like a darker swatch. This is like that. And then for the TV unit area, just get rid of that filter. Let's see. I don't want to really use a painting. We've used so many paintings as TVs lately, so this one's not bad. Once again, from Don Lothario kit. It is a really huge TV though, like it's gigantic, but it kind of does fit the vibe of this home. Might just have to go for it. I do like the plain white, to be fair. I haven't used it in a while, so I feel like, you know, I can actually kind of allow myself to use it. That's pretty decent. We could even do like the white and brown, and then we have like the brown over here as well. And then if we really wanted to get everything matching, we could go for like the white and brown over here. Something like that. It's not bad, but it is such a different style from what we have up here, you know? I don't really know. I do like this set as well though. I might just keep it like this for the time being. I'd even just change this to something like that maybe. Or just a plain white. And then we can actually just move on into adding some wallpaper or like paneling. But But yeah, quite a bit of booknook kit around this corner of the build. I mean, on one end we have a lot of Home Chef Hustle, and then on this side we have a lot of booknook kit. So yeah, not trying to use like too many crazy packs and sets and stuff. So just like trying to limit myself by using some stuff that come from like the existing packs. And you know what? We definitely need to add something over here for sure. So, you know what? I'm actually going to use the chair that came from... I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a chair that came from the... I think it was Refined Living Kit, if I'm not mistaken. So even though we're not going to be using its sofa pieces, I really do like this swivel chair that comes with it. And you can't use this as like an office chair because it doesn't like clip onto desks. So it's basically technically considered as like an armchair, like a generic armchair. So we're going to use one in this corner of the build and kind of just have a little booth over here. I think that'll be really nice to just have something like that over here. Or we can also just use like 2 of these on this side over here. But that will mean that we don't have something else over on this side. Like we could do something like this. And then maybe move this over here, some of that. This isn't a bad option, to be fair. Like, I don't mind this. Well, you know, I don't think we have save at all at this point. So let me just save real quick as well before we lose all the progress that we just did today. I mean, that would suck because we've literally been live for, I think, about an hour and 50 minutes, so almost 2 hours. But yeah, if we could at least get like the first floor down today, like completely furnished, then that'll be amazing. And then let's take these source lights and add a unique pendant light above here. I mean, I really love this one from Life and Death. This one's so good. It's just really generic, you know, it just really works for... I mean, it's not generic because you wouldn't see a very modern chandelier like this commonly in people's homes, but generic as in like, it looks like a go-to default modern chandelier, you know, like it kind of works nice with those simple shapes and everything. Could even go for like a few of these on the sides. That could be kind of interesting. I've never done that before. I've used these for like bedside table lamps, but never for on TV. That could be kind of interesting actually. It's honestly not too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. And then let me just take the curtains from this side. Oh, true. That is a good idea. I know we could definitely do all those meditation thingies for sure. Thank you for suggesting that. I really appreciate it. Okay. Well, the best way that I know how to access that is hobbies and skills. There we go. This one, pillow for deep thoughts. It's a really small one, but I believe there are other cushions, right, that came from different packs and kits. I might be wrong on that. I don't really use it that often to know. That's why I'm kind of questioning it. But we're gonna use it. Let's use it. Why not? So use one like right here. It does look really tiny. I'm not gonna lie. It is very tiny. But you know, it's all good. Over here, probably like maybe like a little art corner or like a piano right in the middle over here. Actually, you know what? Kind of like a piano like facing the wall could be kind of interesting. Maybe something like this one. It does clip a lot of the window though, and that's not great. It's not really ideal. I mean, we have this one, but it is a bit more of a generic one. Oh wait, no, we needed to add an office here. I completely forgot about that. We have no at-home office. Ah, okay. Low-key changes everything at this point. I mean, we could still add a piano. It could just be on like this side of the home, somewhere around here. I like adding a lot of pianos to my homes. I don't know, like no matter how big or small it is. I hadn't realized it was so small. Yeah, it's really tiny. I wonder if we raise it up. I hope it doesn't cause any issues. Like if it's raised up, it looks perfectly fine, but it's just really tiny. Maybe we can add like 2. I didn't notice that they were this small either, to be honest. I mean, I barely use them, so they do low-key look like little pumpkins as well, to be honest. It's kind of funny. You know what? I don't mind. I don't hate having like 2 little ones like around here. Oh, you know what we can also do? Hold on. It was from the what is it called? The oh, I completely forgot which pack it was from. Oh wait, no, sorry. Snowy Escape? Snow Escape, Snow Escape, Snow Escape. There we go. Okay, there was an object from Snow Escape where it allows them to sit on the floor. This one, there we go. And if we place it, hold on. If I get a laptop, I saw this from someone else, so shout out to them. I'm so sorry I don't remember their name, but I did see the video and it's such a good idea. It's probably not gonna work for us, but basically you would like place our coffee table is too tall, but basically you would place this kind of like on the same level as the coffee table and then kind of size this down, and then it will they will kind of like sit down and use a laptop on the little like coffee table bit, which is amazing. Shout out to that person, but I absolutely have no clue who did that. It was a really old short that I watched. But yeah, we're going to be adding here a little study nook instead, since we don't have a lot of space to work with, I guess. Oh yeah, we do also have like some of the newer desks as well. This one also came from the one of the free objects from the maker kits as well, in case you guys are wondering. It's not bad. I mean, obviously it does have a bit more like a kid type of like aesthetic to it anyway, like a childish aesthetic. We could go for this really fancy marble one. This one's not too bad. It's a bit too like a bit too luxurious for this home though. Do you get what I mean? Like this home is very nice, very elegant and high end, but it's not like tacky in that sense, you know? So maybe let's just use a few more like down to earth type of things, like maybe like a glass desk like this instead. Looks a little bit more interesting. I'm low-key just thinking about like how a glass desk would probably be in real life. Like, do you guys have a glass desk? Would you guys ever want one? Because I'm just thinking about like the functionalities of it. I mean, it would be great to like not have any coffee stains, because you could just always wipe it down, and obviously because it's glass is always going to like stay clear and stuff, but at the same time it can get really messy easily as well. But like if you want to play like games and stuff, you would need like a mat and stuff beneath the like a mouse mat and like stuff like that, which would be very crucial actually. But yeah, they do actually look like really aesthetic though. I don't know, I like the way they kind of look. Even in real life, they're just not the most functional, in my opinion. Thinking about what kind of seat to use here. I don't want to use like a really cheap looking seat, but I don't want to use something like overly fancy like this. I mean, this one doesn't really scream that overly fancy. Maybe if we could change the color swatch, like the plain white. And I didn't really want to use like a huge office chair like this, so I think this one's going to have to kind of like do, to be fair. And let's get a nice, let's get that green square right in the house completely, just so it doesn't like cause any issues, you know, when it comes to testing out the gameplay and stuff, because it's very good at doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, and let's also cover these bits up with the curtain as well. Let's cover these areas as well, just a little bit. I don't want it to go obviously too much, obviously it will like clip inside of the actual mirror, sorry, the window, or like, it's not even a window, it's a door, it's a bifold door, but you guys get what I mean. It's gonna clip into it if we move it, so it's kind of like the perfect window for me because I don't like placing it over the glass anyway. So just gonna do something like that, and then take oh wait, I just noticed that we didn't add a railing going across here. Let me just do that really quickly. Completely forgot about that. And then we could do the same thing on this side as well. Let me just copy it over. Okay. That's not bad. Yeah, so basically when I move the mirrors, sorry, the window, I keep calling the mirrors today, sorry. But anytime I move the windows, the curtains don't come, which is good. I don't like having my my curtains attached to the windows, because you get a bit more freedom when you want to like move it anywhere that you want to, you know. I'm gonna add like a little bookshelf or something over here, or maybe even behind here. It could be kind of interesting. Maybe something like this to act like a divider. But a divider from what though, you know? Like something like this over here. But I mean, it looks a bit too busy, you know, for my liking. Yeah, honestly, because of how small these little gaps are around here, you can't really use any of like the fancier bookshelves, so it kind of sucks. Kind of have to resort to much more smaller ones, which I mean I don't really mind, but it's okay. But it's not really giving the effect that I kind of want it to. But I can't do much about it, unfortunately, so might just have to keep that like that. I do want something at the back over here as well, but we can't add anything over here either. I wonder if I could add a few things over here, something like that. Kind of looks like it's kind of like in the corners though. I mean, that's exactly what it is, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I'll keep it for the time being, and then if I notice and I realize later on that I don't like it, then I'll end up changing it. But yeah, literally not a single plant in sight, and we still need to add a lot of clutter pieces still. Just adding the usual clutter pieces on my desk, you know, just the usual. Nothing too crazy. Sophie, hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. Hope you're having a great Friday. But yeah, just gonna add little carpet under here. Oh, sorry, little rug. It's a bit beige though, isn't it? Quite a lot of beige going across this entire room. Wait, Simsy Sophia. Wait, are you the one from Instagram? Oh yeah, it is you. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, even on YouTube. Sorry, even on Instagram. How you been? Hope everything's been okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the dark brown over here. I think that's pretty nice. I don't even know what you call that. It is a dark brown though, right? I guess real life priorities took a toll, I guess. I think last time you had like a exam or something. I hope it went well and everything. You were studying and stuff. Honestly, crucial priorities obviously, so well, that's a pretty decent rug. I mean, I kind of want to try to maybe introduce some color into this room. And maybe like a few kayaks like that. But yeah, how you been, Sophia? I hope you've been doing alright. Maybe a bit of yellow. Kind of like pulling it in from the pillows. We could do this one as well. It's a bit more muted though, very dull. Oh, that's so nice to hear, Sophia. I'm so glad for you. That is amazing to hear. But yeah, I know life can get really busy, so I'm glad that you've been doing alright though. That's the most important thing. I see, so you'll be back to creating some more content, yeah? Yeah, I think maybe like a little accent table over here could be kind of interesting, or maybe like in between these two. I don't want to like make it seem like it's all connected though. Do you get what I mean? I want to have like gaps and stuff in between. Maybe like do one of these around here. Let's see, like a little tray over here. You guys already know the drill with all these trays. Can't go wrong with them. There's like little cluster pieces here and there. Honestly, the black is not too bad, to be honest. I know I didn't really want to go for like too much of a black on my contrast, but it ended up turning to be that way. Ketchup and mustard sofa seats. Oh my days. Actually, the brown isn't too bad, but the yellow wasn't bad either. I kind of like the yellow. Think I'll be back with some pretty houses. I just saw you were live and wanted to join your stream. It's so nice. to listen and to watch you. Oh, thank you so much, Sophia. I'm so happy to hear that, and I'm really glad that everything is going well. So super happy to hear that. Thank you so much for also stopping by. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, can't wait for you to continue posting and stuff so I can support you. I want to be liking them again. I completely forgot. You know, I don't really get on my my Sims Instagram that much. I obviously like post there here and there, but I don't like stay on too much on it. But it would be nice to see some more familiar faces like posting and stuff on there. It would be really nice. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna slowly move from this room before I add too many things to it. These are, I'm still laughing at how tiny these things are. They're so small for some reason, but I'm gonna keep them there because it is kind of funny to look at. I like the yellow too. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent, you know, for this area. Like, I tried to add a bit of color into it. I mean, I'm not the best at furnishing a lot, but just, you know, just trying my best to see what sticks and stuff. I want to add something around here, but I genuinely can't because we have no space. Maybe just shelving could be kind of decent. Shelving doesn't really obstruct a lot of space. Shield. Let's try to shelf real quick. See if we could see if we can stack a few of these. It's gonna go through the window pane, and I don't really like that. Maybe we can just stack like the singular ones, like maybe these ones. They're gonna look a little bit random though, just doing it like this. It's alright, I guess. It's not too bad. Just type in book really quickly. Let's get a few books out here. I mean, I really like this one as well from the event. It's really convenient because everyone has access to this, so obviously I'm going to try to use more things that are accessible to everybody. So what else would you usually have it? I mean, like trophies and stuff would be kind of nice. I kind of want, like, when people, if they ever play in this build, I want them to kind of like fill it up themselves. Do you get what I mean? That's kind of like the main reason why I like adding a lot of that's why I kind of like adding a lot of like empty spaces within like my shelving units and stuff, just so like if you have like a legacy family, right, you want to add like a few memories and stuff there, and you don't want every single bit of a shelving unit piece and stuff to be like overly populated, so that the person who's actually playing in the build has a chance to add a bit more characteristics into that build. I don't know if I'm the only way that if I'm like the only one who thinks like that, but when I see other people like, decorating their homes, they like put so much insane amount of clutter into it, and I'm just like, if someone was like downloading off the gallery, I want them to like not start fresh, but like have something to work off of, like on top of, you know. I don't know, a lot of people would like add crazy clutter, and I'm just like not one of those kind of people. Maybe I'll post something tonight where if you put the path like under the table and peeking out a little. I think I've seen people in real life do that. Yeah, so initially we could do that, but these are the functional what is it called, the functional massage pillows, I think, whatever the hell they're called, meditation pillows, sorry. So I was like, that's why I was like, let me leave them out in the open because they need quite a bit of space. Basically, initially I placed one of these bigger ones over here, like one of these, but I need a suggestion about like having functionality into this room. I mean, maybe I can keep that one over there and then add this smaller one like over in this corner. That could be kind of convenient to add something like around here instead with like the books. I mean, they probably can't meditate and read a book at the same time, but you know, it's better than nothing, you know, rather than just like having like this be completely deleted. Might as well just have this little extra functionality over on this side instead. And now that I'm looking at this, I think we need to add a bit of lighting as well above this area. Yeah, me too. Me too. At the start, Sophia, I was like, really? They're that tiny? Like they're really small for some reason, and you can't size them up. Otherwise, I don't think it'll be functional. So I was like, yeah, I'll just leave it like that. But yeah, I'm gonna move on into adding some wall sconces, and then we'll move on into somewhere else because I feel like we've been on the living room for quite a bit. Could do something like that, which is a bit ridiculous though. I do want something like a little like light above here, like you know, like one of those like painting lights. But we don't really have a lot of those kind of things. I mean, we have this, but this is not really what I was trying to go for. But I mean, it might be the only thing that we have, unfortunately. This one's not bad either, to be honest, but I don't know. It's not that amazing. And this does look a little bit random, doesn't it? Like right in the middle over here. But yeah, I've been saying since the start of building this living room area that I'm gonna add a plant, and I haven't added one. I mean, this one doesn't count, it's on the shelf. I've been meaning to add a little plant around here, but I haven't even added an easel, so I need to also try to fit that somewhere as well. I've been using this banana plant quite a bit as well throughout this entire build. I just really like how crazy it is. It's quite a big one. Let's see what else we got. We got the olive plant. I mean, I've been using this one quite a bit as well, like the olive tree. This one's not bad. Maybe I can add like an easel next to it. If it doesn't work, then we'll just try to fit it somewhere else, I guess. But I tried to fit like one of these like little easels somewhere in pretty much all of my builds, which is really funny and annoying at the same time. It's like they're just like there, but like why is it here? You know, it's so random. But I do try to add one occasionally in most of my builds, just because I like the functionality of it. What if you use the wall light that comes with, I think, High School Years, the new one? I don't know how to use. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I know there's a High School Years one. I don't know if it's from High School Years, but like I assume it's like a wall light that you're on about. Like this one, and kind of just like place it beneath it, something like this. That low-key is kind of an option if this is what you were going for, or like if this is what you had in mind. That's honestly not too bad, is it? It does leave a bit too bright of a light, but we can always adjust that. I never really considered using these lights like this. Maybe we can adjust the bottom one though, so it's not as bright, you know. I feel like this is probably, maybe this wasn't what you were thinking of and you're like, what the hell is this guy doing? But I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get it to work, you know. Wait. Oh wait, we didn't add one down here, but that's fine. Like maybe something like this, just to give it a bit of mood lighting, you know. Yes, okay, so that might seem that something is working, I guess. We're able to communicate. But yeah, I might leave it a bit empty like this. I mean, some people might not like that. For me, I like the way it looks a little bit empty sometimes. Like, not everything has to be too overly populated. Maybe like a little statue here and there will kind of look decent, but I don't have any that I think. Oh yeah, I need to add the fire alarm in the kitchen. I completely forgot to add that yesterday. This is what the kitchen looks like so far. We have the home show hustle set. I think it was pretty decent. And we have like a yellow and gold / bluish color design set going on so far. I'm gonna add this next to, maybe let's add it over here, so it's a bit more it's less noticeable on this side, you know. And someone didn't know about this, but you can actually click on it to call like the fire brigade and stuff, and they will come and like they'll come and take care of the fire if they come quick enough, obviously if they're not late. But yeah, some people didn't know that this actually had the functionality, so that's why I wanted to let you guys know, if you guys didn't know. I'm sure you guys do though. Just a few people here and there who obviously might not, which is not a problem at all. You can't know everything about the skin. There's too much about the Sims that you have to remember, so I don't blame anyone. But yeah, so a little piano over here. We're gonna still move on into this entrance area. I have no clue what I'm gonna do over here, so I'm just like delaying it. And I have no clue what I'm gonna do in this little area either, because we already have like a little laundry and bathroom, so I'm like, what the hell is this little tiny room? So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. But yeah, I like the lighting fixture from there, so thank you for that. The lighting looks good. Yeah, I think it looks pretty decent as well, to be fair. I think I'm happy with this section of the build. I think I'm finally ready to move on. I might come back and change a few things up here and there, but it's fine. It's not gonna like change structures. Do you get what I mean? It'll probably be like maybe like color swatches and designs and stuff. That's pretty much it. I think making the rug bigger over here might be a good choice. Maybe add like an accent wall at the back over here. Over here, maybe like a blue could look kind of decent. Maybe even change the legs on this the desk as well, maybe like a muted grayish color, or brown is not too bad either. Let's paint this easel white, just so it kind of blends in with the curtains that we have going on. And maybe we can like take another poof and place it over here as well. I know, I like adding these like poofs everywhere. They're a bit random sometimes, but honestly, sometimes random is not too bad, you know, like something like that. I feel that looks pretty nice, especially with like the olive tree behind it. It looks kind of like photo-esque, if that makes sense. And now, unfortunately, I think we finished with this room, so we kind of have to move on into this main area, which I still have no clue what I'm going to do with it. Because it just feels like really open, like to a point where like I can literally add a seater in the middle, which is insane. Maybe I can add like a rounded table here instead. Like we could do something like this. Let me show you guys really quickly. If you guys might not like it, please let me know, but we can definitely try. Nothing wrong with trying a bit. Maybe like a brown or like a light brown. Even like a white like that is decent. And then we can actually either make it functional and add some dining chairs around it. But I feel like it might be a bit random to add a few dining chairs like around this area of the build. The pet room. I'll keep that in mind because that's like the only option that I have at the moment, Sophia. So you know that might be the only option. That could turn into a pet room tomorrow. I don't know. But I was thinking maybe like a little seating area at the front area over here, something like this. Could be kind of interesting. Or we could just add seating, like regular seating, like side by side. If we don't like a dining table setting, we can even get rid of the dining table chairs and just add poofs underneath it. But then like what the hell do I add on the table? Like I used to add like a plant in the middle or like a sculpture, but to me like this area is still very big. Like it's not, it hasn't really filled up anything. Do you get what I mean? It's still a really big amount of space that we're working with. So I'm thinking we should just like make it maybe even just use the life and death sofa pieces. That could look kind of interesting. So if I get rid of these guys really quickly, because I know probably you guys are like, what the hell is this guy doing? But honestly, I'm just like trying to test things out and just see what kind of sticks, you know. So if we do something like this and then have a bit of a gap in between, and then just house a nice little basic coffee table in the middle, nothing too crazy. Maybe like the same glass one that we have from the office area could be kind of interesting. But yeah, kind of just like a little landing slash lobby type of style for this main landing area. Because I mean, we genuinely have no other option, to be fair. And I'm still not really sure about this piano either. Maybe we can just like move the piano over. This poor piano has been just thrown around the entire build, but I just can't find a nice little space for it. Like first we were gonna place it like in this like little nook, but then we had no library or like a desk area, so we ended up moving over here. And now it doesn't really fit over here because we need to add a like an accent wall with a mirror and stuff as well. So let's go to displays. Let's go to misc actually, surfaces in particular. I don't know if I should go for the glass or something else. This one's not bad, to be fair, from season. Maybe like a little seasons moment over here, or we can go to this one as well. Growing Together came with some really good objects, you know, like genuinely some of the newer packs have some amazing objects. But yeah, a lot of beige going on once again. It's not really ideal. I didn't really want to have a lot of plain colors here. I don't know. We started this build off with so much like vibrancy, and then it kind of just like got all sucked out, and now it's all just like plain and white. Well, not over here. To be fair, we did have quite a bit of color back here, so we did kind of save it a little bit. But then we come back over here, and it's like back to doing that regular plain white colors. This one's not bad either, but once again, no, there's no color. There's this blue countertop one, but it's just countertop. Like it doesn't really make a big difference. Now that is an accent table that I've never used before. This one, but honestly, it's not too bad. Oh, this is pretty nice as well from Grim. Well, from Life and Death, but it's the Grim set, which is really good. Probably one of my favorite sets in the entire game. Let's go for like maybe a blue with gold. I mean, we do have a bit of gold from here as well. This from Grim as well. So yeah, they all kind of just like match nicely together. There is a blue set. We could go for a bit more of the color if we wanted to just introduce a bit more vibrancy. That's not too bad. Because it is a beach house type of home, we have a bit more leniency in terms of like how colorful we make everything, because you know, beach homes and holiday homes, they're already very like vibrant and stuff. So I'm more than happy to have like some more vibrant colors around the entire build in particular. Unless it goes tacky. I feel like this is pretty decent and it doesn't look too tacky. I'm just gonna save really quickly just in case anything happens. But yeah. see. I think we definitely need to change this wallpaper. I don't want to use like paneling like this. Like it's gonna feel very traditional. Even though it might look decent, it still feels like super traditional. So maybe like a bit of these like pops of color here and there could be kind of a little bit more interesting. Let's see for this. Oh, that's so muted. I don't really like the textures on it, to be honest. That one's not too bad, to be fair. Oh, you know what? I don't hate this. I like the combination of all of this. So let's go for this, for the main foyer slash entrance area. Something like that. Or maybe, no. Let's just use it as like an accent wall instead. Let's not use it over here either. Let's just use it on this like little L-shaped bit. Or even just like on that little strip, like just here. And let's add a little mirror right above it as well. I mean, you kind of have to, right? We can even do that, or we can add two of these side by side, something like this. Both of these options kind of work nicely, to be fair. I kind of like this one though, no? Rather, because this one's like really high up. It's a really nice mirror, but it's just really tall. So this one kind of works better for the situation. Let's go for a bowl. Maybe a few accent wall sconces in between, or yeah, in between. That could look very nice. I actually really love the way this is turning out to be honest. I really like this plant. I try to use it everywhere, but I never really find space for it. I think it's the one that came from Life and Death? No, Love Struck. But it's a really good plant. It's really nice. Maybe like a little banana plant in the corner. Oh, zoomed out way too fast. Oh yeah, the issue with the banana plant is like the second you make it like really small, the shadows just mess it up so much. But I do really love that plant as well. It's a really nice one. Maybe like one of these really tiny palm plants. It's a bit too big for this area, but I mean, we can make it fit. It might not look too bad. I mean, it's alright, but I think maybe with that way it looks way cleaner. Maybe on this side instead. Yeah, we're just gonna add another one of these magazines in the middle. Let's go for the football, why not? And then let's add a candle. Yeah, just covering it with a candle. change the color of it a little bit. There we go. Maybe like 2. Might seem like a lot, but it's alright. Change the lighting as well, and we also need a rug and a few other things to make it feel a little bit more complete. This is actually a pretty decent one, the wicker one. That's actually not too bad. So let's use this one right over here. See what kind of rug we got. I'll sign off on it. Have a lovely rest of the evening. Oh, thank you so much, Anya. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll probably head out in a few minutes as well, to be honest, once I finish up this little entranceway, and then we'll carry on with the rest tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in this entire time. I really do appreciate it if you're still here. It's actually not bad. Maybe let's go for this one. No, it's too simple. I mean, I picked the simplest swatch because in terms of like the colors, because all the other ones have like these really dark brown colors to it, and they don't really match this build too much or as much. It's too much pattern, man. I want something that's gonna be like really simple, but like still has a bit of color to it. Do you get what I mean? Like this rug would have been fine if it had a bit more contrast. I think it's a bit too dark for me. Same with that. This one's not bad, but it does feel very like artsy and like chic. Do you get what I mean? Like, that's not the vibe of this one. This is not like the pattern is just a bit too much. Oh, that dark blue one is really nice, but once again, too much pattern. Yeah, too much pattern. Honestly, so much blue, but I'm not hating it, to be honest. Might actually keep that. Surprisingly, doesn't look too bad. I mean, it is very detailed, but I don't hate that. So let's keep it for the time being. Maybe add like a little olive plant over here. Let me actually copy that from over here, actually. And let's add a few of these curtains as well in between, just so it kind of helps with adding some extra details. Not because I really want to add curtains here, more so just because I just want some extra details. I mean, you already did it on this side anyway as well. They're not the same color swatch, or are they? Never mind, they are. They look different for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna add a. I still am gonna add one of those poofs though. I mean, I kind of have to. It's a staple of our homes at this point to be adding these poofs. Maybe in like the corner. I usually add them like maybe like in between as well, something like that. But since we have like those railing bits, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So let's just add one over on this side instead. Maybe add some extra stuff on this section. Let's add the keys. Maybe like one of these over here. It kind of looks like small, medium, large, you know. But I don't hate it, so we're gonna keep it like this for the time being. I mean, tomorrow maybe I'm gonna have a completely different view on it, I don't know, but for the time being I'm liking the way this is going. This area still needs a lot of attention as well. Or down here looks kind of sad. Maybe we can add like a little one of these. I do actually like adding this underneath the staircase, and we can also incorporate a railing as well before I forget and upload it to the gallery without one. That'll be horrible. So let me just do one real quick. I'm thinking maybe the glass is gonna look nice. Yeah, the glass is gonna look very nice over here. Feels a bit more like modern, do you get what I mean? That's kind of what we're trying to go for. There we go. And then let's use the glass railing on top as well. Let's get it. There we go. But yeah, tomorrow we'll do like the entire upstairs area, which is going to be a whole separate issue. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here for now because I'm loving the way this is turning out to be so far. Especially like this kitchen area is still one of my favorites. I really love how like high end, but at the same time very kind of like island vibe that it kind of gives off, you know, like right in front of like the water and the beach and whatnot. It just looks really good with like the colors that we have as well. Very muted, but like still very complementing each other very nicely. Same with this rug as well. I wasn't really sure with it initially, but because it was a bit too dark, but honestly it pulled in together pretty decently in this like little nook. Over here we have our little bathroom over on this side. Kind of has the same like yellowish brown and like green accents and essences, and I feel like we're able to tie it in very nicely with this bathroom area. Kind of carried that tiling over to here as well with the laundry room, which I think looks also really nice as well. Little nice nook off into this edge. And then of course you guys already saw this a moment ago, the little living room entrance area. I might end up changing a few things here and there, like maybe like adding like a shoe rack or something somewhere, just so it kind of feels a little bit more realistic, as if you're like at home, you know. And then obviously around here we're still not 100% complete with this area. I have no clue what we're going to do in that little room. We'll decide that tomorrow. But we also have, of course, the living room area, which I'm actually really happy about. It does look a little bit more simple than the rest of the home, but I think it kind of like serves its purpose, you know. It feels like a nice islandy type of beach house type of living room space. It feels open and airy, especially with those huge sliding glass doors, which are amazing. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day over here on this live stream. So thanks so much to all of you guys who have tuned in today. I really do appreciate it. If you guys like the build, let me know what you guys think by leaving a like and subscribing. If you guys are watching the VOD, comment down below your thoughts and suggestions of this build. I'd love to know in the comment sections. If you guys think any like additions would be good to this build, please let me know. But yeah, I'll slowly head out today for you guys, and thanks to all of you guys who have tuned in today. I really do appreciate it. We will be live again tomorrow as well, probably a little bit earlier. But yeah, so thanks so much to all of you guys who have tuned in today again to this live stream, and I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's like, oh wait, look at that, both of these windows end up glitching. But yeah, I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. So take care everybody, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.